Hi, I'm Helen, a stylist and fashion blogger, and this video is dedicated to defining your seasonal capsule wardrobes and storing them off-season. So what do we mean by a seasonal capsule wardrobe? Well, it's those items that are specific to spring, summer and autumn, winter that we use in our wardrobes on top of our core wardrobe to make sure that at any given time in the year, the items facing us in the morning are just what we need for that time of year. So it's season specific, so getting dressed in the morning is easy with a decluttered, edited wardrobe. So step one is to define each of your seasonal wardrobes. So for spring, summer, we're thinking about these lighter weight items. You've got your linen dresses, summer sandals, silk tops, so lots of bright colours, prints, everything that you'd associate with those holiday wardrobes that you wear when you're away and when you're back home again in high summer. And then moving into autumn, winter, it's those heavier, bulkier items, lots of knitwear, chunky knits and heavy coats. So now we have our two season specific wardrobes. We need to think about how we're going to store the items off season. So we don't want items to just be a one season wonder. They serve their time in the summer or the winter, and then we store them, they get damaged, and then we can't wear them again. We want to preserve our clothes and really enjoy them and make the most of them. So storing them well is essential. What we need to do is check, whichever season it is, check carefully every item. So look for buttons, any that are loose, make sure you reattach them. Make sure everything has its accessories with it. If it has a belt attached, make sure you pack it away with that. In terms of shoes, in spring, summer, you want to make sure that you check the straps. In summer sandals, that's the area that's really going to get the most stress and tension. So make sure any repairs that need to be done are done. So you put them away, condition the leather, and they're stored neatly, ready for the next year. And in terms of the fabrics, things like linens, we all know how linen loves to crease. So make sure when you get it out the next year, it's completely wrinkle free, and roll it. Don't fold it, because any creases, if they're in there for 6 months, you will never get them out. So make sure you roll any linen items. And when it comes to silk items, obviously it's a very delicate fabric. We want to really look after it. So to preserve the quality and make sure they're really well looked after, you want to, again, check, make sure everything's in order, all straps are secured, and as glamorous as it sounds, check for sweat stains, especially on silks, because if you wait till the next year, you won't get them out. So clean anything that needs cleaning before you store it. Then when it comes to autumn, winter, storage is more of an issue because you have much more bulky items. So whereas spring, summer wardrobes don't take up much space, you've got your heavy puffer coats that are going to take up a lot more space when you're storing them off season. So for something like your big winter warmer puffer coat, you want to reduce the space it takes up. So get some vacuum bags, pop the coat in, suck all the air out, and then you've dramatically reduced the storage space required, and you're preserving it and keeping it pristine, ready for the next year. When it comes to wool coats, make sure the wool can breathe. Pop a woolen coat in a lightweight suit bag. Nothing too plasticky, let the wool breathe. But make sure you pop in some lavender bags on the hanger or cedarwood blocks with your woolen coats or your woolen jumpers or trousers to really repel the moths. And then in terms of your chunky knits, again, similarly to your silk tops and silk dresses, make sure you lay them flat or fold them as minimally as possible, and layer them with tissue if you have it, just to make sure you're really preserving them, not stretching them on hangers when they're not being worn. In terms of footwear, I mentioned spring, summer sandals. Make sure you check the straps. With your trusty autumn, winter boots, these are the items that are going to get crushed or squashed or lose their shape, so make sure you use shoe trees or boot trees where necessary. Check all zips and buckles and make sure you store with them re-heeled, ready to go. And leather, again, is a natural material. You need to really look after it. So nourish the leather with some polish or conditioner, and then it's preserved, ready for next year. So there you have your two seasonal capsule wardrobes. Defined, nice and straightforward, it makes getting dressed fun in the morning, no stress required. And when you're storing them off season, they are preserved in pristine condition, ready for the next year.